I defend not even psychoanalysis, but just a deeper social analysis. My ordinary example, which I used often, let's hope, probably you know it, let's hope I'm not repeating myself too much for our public. Imagine that we are two guys talking in Germany in 1935 about Jews. Let's say you are open towards, we are both Germans, but you are open towards Jews, you are condemning anti-Semitism, and I am heroically taking this role, not that I'm anti-Semitic. This is where I think things get complicated, not in the sense that it's subjective, but not in the postmodern sense, but in this simple sense. If we remain at the level of immediate facts, then I think we miss the true point of anti-Semitism. For example, me as anti-Semitic, I could easily say, but listen, and this was true, not in 35, till 33. You know that 60-70% of art critics in Germany were Jews. 60% of lawyers were Jews, and so on and so on. So I will say, doesn't nonetheless anti-Semitism have some ground? Then you can put the opposite arguments, But my point here is that the moment if you truly want to be anti-Semitic, the moment you accept this logic, just about the factual truth of what we are debating, you have already sold your soul to the devil. Because I claim the true question is not why am I, or the Nazis in general, anti-Semitic. The true question is, why do I, as a Nazi, I'm sure some idiot will now quote this and claim that I confessed publicly.
Yeah,
and
it's going to be on your Wikipedia page.
Why does a Nazi so desperately need the figure of the Jew to maintain his worldview, his system? And here, I believe it's not as simple as that in the basic Marxist thesis. The fundamental premise of fascism is that society is in itself a harmonious body where different parts, which means different social groups, different social classes, harmoniously cooperate. And that then antagonism, class struggle, is introduced by an external intruder, in this case, Jews. So the point is to maintain this. That's why they need a Jew, to explain how come that we live in a society full of antagonisms. The answer is because of the Jews. And this was Hitler's big, it was before him, anti-Semitism, but nonetheless, Hitler's big rhetorical trick. In late 20s, when the crisis exploded in Germany, it was horrible for ordinary conservative people. They lost their money for retirement, they lost their jobs, they saw society as penetrated by modern art, which meant nothing to them, by sexual promiscuity and so on. And Hitler came and provided a simple answer, a plot, in two senses. Plot like complot, Jewish plot, and plot like plot, a consistent narrative. You listen to Hitler and say, oh my God, now things are clear to me. So you see what I'm saying. To go to the end, I quote Lacan, Jacques Lacan, who somewhere says something simple but very deep. If I'm a husband and have a wife, and if I am pathologically jealous of her, like, oh my God, is she sleeping with other men and so on, my jealousy is pathological. That's a nice point. Even if my wife is really sleeping with other men. And in this sense, I'm not saying that the accusations against Jews are true. I'm just saying this is not the core of the matter. The core is, why do Jews need the figure of the Jew? And again, this is what we always should ask, especially with violent religious fundamentalisms. What are they escaping from? It's not enough, again, to prove that they are factually wrong. Because if I had once, it was an incredible experience, a debate with an anti-Semitic guy. Okay, we ended total enemies. But I asked him a simple question. But you probably know some Jews. Aren't they, most of them at least, as with many people, some of them, many of them are quite nice, normal people. What's your problem? You know, he answered me, that's the beauty of racist logic. Yes, because the essence of the Jews is that they are not only what they are, greedy, evil, but they know how to mask their evil with superficial kindness. And this, which should be an argument against anti-Semitism. For a true anti-Semite, this is what makes them even more dangerous, you know. And this logic, today it's exploding, and we have to clarify why. Can I just add, maybe it will be interesting to some readers.